Yes.
TikTok.
Yes.
Meta.
Yes.
Oh my.
Apple.
Yeah.
This is
Christianity has grown a lot this morning alone.
I've always said we're in the conversion business, baby. A lot of the richest plutocrats on the planet.
Kind of convert.
No, let's bring in a man who actually knows about conversions. He's the president of the National Action Network and the host of MSNBC's Politics Nation, Reverend Al Sharpton, and also a national reporter for the New York Times. Jeremy Peters, Annan, and Chris Matthews are with us as well. Reverend Al, I want to let's turn the page just for 1 minute, if we can, and talk about what you're doing today, and in celebration of the life, the ministry, the extraordinary political advancement because of a Georgia preacher named Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.
We are here in Washington today, National Action Network and other civil rights groups. We will be having a rally at Church. It's a historic church where in 1895 they had the funeral of Frederick Douglass there, and then a century later the body of Rosa Parks was brought there. And we're going to rally to say that we must keep the things that Dr. King lived and died for alive. Dr. King fought for the poor, for economic rights for everybody. Dr. King fought for an open and fair society. Voting rights came out of the King movement, which is under threat now. And the battle against DEI, which this president, incoming president, has said he was against. So we're going to, as he takes his oath, we'll respect it. We're not January 6th insurrectionists. We're not marching down near the inauguration. We're going to rally at the church, and then we're going to put up our hand and take an oath to keep Dr. King's dream alive. We're going to look at corporations that say they are against DEI now because of what the President Trump has said. Fine, you don't want diversity in your corporation. You should not have diversity among consumers. And we're going to do a 90-day study and release that. It is important to us that on the King holiday, that we not lose sight of what Dr. King stood for. And it would be, to me, offensive and insulting to pardon rioters, violent men on the holiday for the man of peace that denounced riots, even his own community.
You know, it is beyond remarkable, Rev, that you have so many corporations and colleges rushing forward saying, making a public statement that they are not in support of programs that would push for equity, that would push for what America is all about, and that is inclusion. But there you have it. That is happening. I wonder if you could, I'd ask Doris Kearns-Goodwin to give us the lessons of Watergate and Vietnam and how we got through those two national nightmares and moved forward together as a country when things were bleak. And the question here is how do we move forward together in times that are actually a reason to celebrate for about 50% of Americans who are very excited about what is happening today. And we're going to be talking to Jeremy Peters, who talks about how many of Donald Trump's policies even exceed popularity for Donald Trump. But you also have almost 50% of Americans, almost 50% of those who voted, who see this as a very bleak day, who are very despondent to a divided electorate, which we have had. Willie and I have always talked about how the day after George W. Bush's re-election in 2004 shocked many people in Manhattan and across the country. But here we are. The dividing line seems even greater today. Talk about the lessons of Martin Luther King's life, especially the fact that things didn't, it wasn't a fairy tale even before the assassination, that he spent his last few years in a political wilderness where he wasn't extreme enough for some members of the civil rights movement, and he was too extreme for so-called moderates.
Well, when you look at Dr. King's life, and Martin III and Andre Waters King was with us Wednesday here, and we talked about it. Dr. King was indicted for income tax fraud. in Alabama. He fought through his house being bombed several times, way before he was lionized. And the nights he spent in jail, and then after he rose and was at the forefront of getting the Civil Rights Act of 64, the Voting Rights Act of 65, he still operated in conscience. He was attacked by those who considered themselves more to the left, who said he wouldn't embrace the Black Power crowd. He was attacked by the established civil rights leaders for coming out against the war in Vietnam. And he said that you have to operate by conscience. And I think that we find strength in knowing that if we stay consistent, in the end, history will vindicate us. We've survived 4 years of Donald Trump before. George Floyd happened under Donald Trump. Breonna Taylor happened under Donald Trump. Ahmaud Arbery. We'll get through these 4 years, but we cannot let it make us become them. We have to stay united. We have to fight for equality for everybody across the board, blacks, Latinos, LGBTQ, everybody. We cannot let them make us be the progressive mirror of them. We have to raise it to higher ground. That's what Dr. King would expect of us, and that's what we're going to do.
Again, we're looking at live pictures from outside St. John's Church. Right now, the incoming president and first lady and vice president and second lady are attending the service. And these are new to us still images from inside the church. We see the first and second incoming families are in the front row, and also getting word that along with family and friends inside the church are some tech leaders as well who have decided to join in prayer with the incoming president.
There you have Ivanka Trump and her children, Jared Kushner, also in there. You see Eric and Laura in there, Barron on the front row.
And she doesn't seem to have them. And that really scares me, right?
I think the hearings are a symptom of where we're at. Our political society is just completely rotten. And everything she says she's not going to do, she's going to do. And I think that any question she doesn't answer is because she's going to do the opposite of perhaps how our Constitution, or what our Constitution has dictated for over 200 years. Morality seems to be out the window in these hearings and moved into a separate void where it just doesn't matter how many wives and children and how many NTAs you made people sign, and it just doesn't. Nothing matters. It just seems like this is all theater at this point, and it's a symptom of a really sick political class. Yeah. It's sad. I know. I keep saying it's sad. I don't want to be sad. I'm supposed to be here to at least bring. I don't know. It's such a sick system at this point that someone can just sit up there and say, I don't really have to answer this garbage that you're throwing at me because I plan on actually doing the opposite. And we saw that during the Brett Kavanaugh hearing too, where it was just kind of like, Trump's picks are. They basically coach them to say, just don't answer the question. And if your back is up against the wall, so much so, just say your faith in God is what you rely on most.
Yep.
And then you become like sort of, I don't know what the word is, but unapproachable, or you can't be scrutinized anymore, or I don't know.
It would be rude to question you, since you say that Jesus has forgiven you.
You're right in my ear. Hey, no, that's not for you. Get back in your seat, butthole. You got food right here. You got your food.
That's why everyone knows you call Sam if you're injured. It's the best call you can make after an accident. Some things just aren't up for debate.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
This month, we teamed up with Henry Ford's Optimize and the Lions Club for the Go Forward event, Recycling Sight and Sound.
People who continue making this goal a reality.
Together, we filled boxes with eyeglasses and hearing aids for those who desperately need them.
Go to people all over the world.
The community turned out.
Thank you for coming together to make a real difference.
You don't realize the impact you're making. These little donations are giving the gift of sight.
Watch continuing coverage of Inauguration Day on Local 4.
tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Get your food or whatever you didn't spill it on here.